Hello everyone, welcome to the Canada Truth channel and the Primitive Pete Tesla Turbine project. Over the weekend, I was out at a friend's house with a great big compressor and tank. We were doing some testing with this 24 volt motor and it went rather well. I was producing electricity. Maximum electricity I got out of Pete with this motor was 12.4 volts DC. When we were doing our testing, I didn't have it balanced very well, and we were only able to generate 9. Unfortunately, I did not have my phone and I was not filming. Because of the loss of torque, I decided, okay, well, I'm going to disassemble Pete, service the bearings, and spin it up again before I went to further testing. Now, after I serviced the bearings, we took it for a test spin, and there was a catastrophic failure at 17,400 RPM. I say catastrophic because it kind of finished poor old Pete off, but it wasn't spectacular at all. At that speed, it was quite remarkable, but in the blink of an eye, the turbine stopped, it didn't jump, it didn't do anything, and the shaft was seized. So I figured, oh boy, there goes Pete. But no. Once I disassembled it, I dumped out the shattered fragments of the first disc. I also had to take an Olfa knife and kind of clean some residue off some of the other discs, but I put it back together and away it went again. So Primitive Pete is very durable, I would say, because I have no idea other than estimating several hours of spinning at various different speeds. I haven't wound it up to full speed all the time because I'm not going to need that much speed. I'll probably be using 3,000 RPM, maybe 4,000 RPM. But even at 17,400 RPM, when the failure occurred, like I said, it just immediately stopped. And I was able to get it back and running in a matter of minutes. So this is likely going to be the last test for Primitive Pete version 1. Primitive Pete version 2 is already in the works. Primitive Pete number 1, eventually once my system is working, it'll sit up on my mantle somewhere. That being said, I'm just going to give you a quick demonstration. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, don't expect huge voltage. Pete's bearings are just about worn out. And as you can see, this little motor doesn't spin very freely. It takes quite a bit of torque to get it moving. And there you go. So here we go. See how quickly that shaft stops spinning? Once again, not ideal, but it's just reproving to myself that my idea is feasible. At the same time, showing all of you the latest developments. So stay tuned to the channel for Primitive Pete version 2. with the deficiencies of Primitive Pete version 1 alleviated. I'm hoping for a lot more torque and a lot better performance. I noticed because my exhaust port holes on my discs aren't aligned as they should be, once Pete starts working hard, there's so much back pressure just because it's not able to exhaust properly. I found that to be probably the biggest challenge, and I've come up with a method to get all my holes drilled symmetrically around all of the discs so that they should be perfectly lined up when I rebuild, or when I build Primitive Pete version 2. So stay tuned. Like, share, and subscribe if you like the channel, and see you on the next one.